Welcome back to our 6-year #Impact anniversary live recording. I am Regina Larco, your host at #Impact, a podcast about stuff that matters. #Impact invites you in to eavesdrop on intimate, raw, and honest conversations on creating positive change in the world. Brought to you by me, with love, Regina Larco, the voice that encourages you to get curious about what making an impact means to you. This podcast was born in Hong Kong in 2017 and has recently found a new home in Vienna. We are proudly ranking in the top 5% globally, and I'm so grateful that you are spending your time with us here. If you missed the first part of our live celebratory 6-year anniversary live recording, where co-host extraordinaire Belinda Esterhammer turned the tables on me for I would call it legendary cross-cultural Hong Kong-Vienna quick-fire round, you can go back to that one. In part 1, you will hear it, as well as the beautiful voices of many of our community members. But this part 2 of our live recording is that special gift that I really wanted to give our team and our community and all our listeners here now. The gift of slowing down, recharging, and learning some simple but incredibly impactful breathwork exercises from an expert, a woman I feel deeply inspired by, as she shares her story and gives us a taste of how we can make our breath our superpower and leverage it to make even more impact. Of course, there's also some, how should I call it? Birthday song singing, and I mean, you will hear for yourself. It's quite something, yeah. So better listen all the way to the end to not miss out on that beautiful moment. Yeah, but let's just leave it at that now and enjoy who you are in more detail. So, Aigul, this is now my intro. Drum rolls for you. Aigul Safiullina is a certified breathwork facilitator and sound therapist with over 1,200 hours of formal training accredited by the Global Professional Breathwork Alliance. She is also a Breathe certified coach, having trained under renowned breathwork expert Dr. Belisa Branic. Aigul is one of the most sought-after breathwork facilitators in Asia, assisting corporate executives, professional athletes. Could you even understand what I just said? Professional athletes.
Sometimes me neither.
So usually, if it wouldn't be a live recording, I would cut that out, that blurb, but now it's going to just stay in. So, and anyone who is looking to harness the power of their breath is supported by Aigul's work. Aigul is currently a student of Dr. Gabor Mates in his Compassionate Inquiry professional program. And this course was developed to offer a powerful therapeutic approach to healing trauma and understanding mental and physical illnesses. And I thought it was, and I'm trying to find my, where are you? Now I kind of lost my screen here. Here you are. Yes. And I thought it would be for the 6-year birthday of #Impact, just such a treat and a gift, really, to very selfishly myself, because I want to experience it again this transformation, but also for our community to feel how powerful that is. So Aigul, welcome to #Impact podcast.
Thank you so much, Regina and Belinda. Yeah, it's really it feels like almost like we are in the same living room or in the kitchen and, sitting and chatting like about life. Yes, it really feels like so cozy and nice.
Yeah. And Aigul, I was wondering, how did you fall into that work? How there must be a story behind that. How did you end up being a breathwork facilitator?
Well, I literally nearly fell into that because Hong Kong is also a place that is famous for country parks and outdoors activities, especially trail running. That is something that I picked here, and I remember it was back 5 years ago, maybe. I mean, I've been already doing some yoga, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But never really, seriously. But what I really loved doing was trail running. And in Hong Kong, you can do it pretty much anywhere. And I remember I was preparing for that overnight race called Moon Tracker. So it's an iconic race in Hong Kong overnight on Lantau Island, which is the biggest island in Hong Kong. Quite, also quite wild. And it was 30 kilometers. So quite, you need to prepare for this physically. So physically, I was quite prepared. That was all good. But then, it was also the period of my life, when, I was a bit burnt out at the work that I used to, to be. Also the relationship that I had back then was falling apart. Basically, everything was kind of falling apart, but I was always pushing it away and thinking, no, I got to be strong. I'm strong. I can go through it. Because it's also a bit of this culture of, hustle culture. And then on the night of that run, I was doing it in a pair with a friend who is typically faster, but she was like, hey, I will take it easy. And of course, it wasn't easy. And I remember after, in the beginning already, I was feeling oh, I can't do it. I don't feel like doing it, which was also strange because normally I would really go until the end. And I really wanted to quit. I was telling her, Claire, I want to quit. And she was doing her best and motivating me, be strong. And it wasn't working. And then at some point she told me, okay, can you just focus on this breathing pattern? And then she was counting for me and I was following her pattern of breathing. And then I said, okay, I'll do it. But then at the next checkpoint, I will go home. And then, checkpoint after checkpoint, I started feeling more uplifted and better. And then we finished the race, we finished it at the beach, very nice, with the sunrise coming. And then we realized, we didn't even ask first, but we realized that we actually won it as a female pair, which was something that I didn't expect at all. But it was such a big confidence boost for me back then, that something that I really needed, because I really thought, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough at this or that. And then I was like, okay, if that happened, which was a bit of a miracle, then I need to make a commitment. I need to do something about that. So that was my turning point, literally turning point, to change my lifestyle. So I took lots of big decisions that I executed over time. And one of them was to become a professional breathwork instructor. And then the rest is the history.
Wow. I love how this story really symbolizes also a bit of life, that often you need to focus really on the small things and then they add up into the big things. Like with Regina, it was just about starting, because I remember also your story, Regina, often you shared that you were so anxious to hit that button and how to start a podcast and everything. And when you also when Celia gifted you a book about how to start a podcast, and it was really about just do it. So yeah, I love that you both just did it.
Yeah. As to you, Belinda, as to all of you here in the room with us today, and all of you listening now to this recording. I'm really proud of every single one of you just showing up, even those moments when we maybe feel out of breath. But that's what we're going to be fixing here now, aren't we, Aigul? Is everyone ready for this? I want to hand it over to you now, actually, so that we can all experience a taste, let's say a taste of how that works. And I'm gonna be, Belinda, can you remove me from the spotlight?
I like how you also move and so thank you so much. Actually, I would like to also highlight the importance of the community and the environment around, right? Because it's pretty much like, planting, a tree or like a little, flower. It can only grow in in a nice environment, and it's not only about watering it, but there are so many factors around that. And I must say that, like also in my journey, like having a supportive community was a key, because we're nothing without our community, our people around us. So what we are going to do now in the next 10 to 12 minutes, I know that we're also at different time zones, at different states of mind and body. So just try to find that comfortable spot, and ideally quiet spot, where you can be ideally sitting undisturbed for the next 10 minutes. And just be comfortable. Again, it doesn't matter, nothing matters. So I usually like to say to practice breath work and to be good at breath work, all you need is your nose and and lungs, of course. So also very important, before we start, if you have any health conditions, like heart rate, or like you're feeling a bit dizzy, or if there are any pregnant ladies, just be mindful and be careful. If at any point you feel dizzy, like you should not be, because it will be quite short, but it may happen, right? So just be aware, because I can't come and correct you. So to start with, we will start with the most basic and very powerful exercise, which I call the breathing hygiene. And it's similar to brushing our teeth. We call it a sigh of relief, right? So we were doing all other things throughout the day. So it's a nice way also to just, remove everything and come fully present. So for this, we will be inhaling through the nose and then exhale audibly through the mouth with a sound. Right? So let's do it together. Inhale through the nose and then exhale. And now, if you have space around you, if you're not commuting or anything, let's spread the arms as you inhale. And then exhale. Any weight, or if you were wearing a backpack, that's also a nice one. Inhale, imagine that you are removing it, and then exhale and remove that backpack, roll back. So let's do it again, because I know that many of us are using backpacks. Inhale, roll forward, and then exhale, roll backwards. Good. So anytime, whenever you feel like you want to do this sigh of relief, just go ahead. Also, what might happen is that you will be yawning. It's normally a good sign, and that means that you're getting relaxed. So now I invite you to gently close your eyes and sit either cross-legged or on your knees, or as you feel comfortable if you're on the chair. And with your eyes closed, make another sigh of relief. Inhale and exhale. And now move your attention to your physical body. Feel the weight of your body on the chair or on the floor. Notice the balance between the right side and left side. And make a quick scan from your toes, your feet, your legs, your sit bones, your hips, your lower back, your spine, your belly and your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands and your fingers, and back to your shoulders, your neck, your head, your face. And notice if there is any discomfort in your physical body, any spot that requires your attention, your love. And if there is any spot, just direct your next inhale to that area. And with your exhale, let that pain disappear, dissolve. And with your eyes still closed, Now move your attention to your mood, your feelings today, this morning, or throughout the day. Just ask yourself, how do you feel? Are there any particular emotions that are present, that are strong? There are so many types of emotions that we experience, but some of them could be dominant. And if you can name one or two, just observe without trying to push them away or to change. Just let them happen. And with your eyes still closed, let's make another sigh of relief. Move your attention to your thoughts, your mental body. You may have some thoughts about today, about what happened, thoughts about your lunch or your dinner. Sometimes it could be thoughts or limiting beliefs about yourself. We tend to have thousands of them, and it's completely fine. And just observe again if there is any thought that got stuck, that is always there. And again, just invite it, let it be, let it come and let it go without any strong action from your side. And with your eyes still closed, let's make another sigh of relief. Notice now your connection to your intuition. We call it also our soul. And it may be hard, but just try to feel it. And just know that it's always there. Whenever you have any questions or you need a direction, when you listen to yourself, your true self. And as we connect our physical body, emotional, mental, and spiritual, let's make another sigh of relief. You can spread your arms again. And exhale. Slowly open your eyes. And welcome to the session, the small mini session. So what we did just now, it's called breath awareness technique, but also we were examining our different states, right? Because breathing, of course, it's a physical, we do it physically. If we don't breathe, we don't live. And for this, we have also our muscles that support that, and each and every function in our body is related to breathing as well. But it's not only a mechanical process, right? Also, our emotions have a big influence on how we breathe and vice versa. So there have been even studies that before you may have an anxiety attack, your breathing will tell you about that. So you can actually prevent that. And that's a powerful tool. And same goes, of course, with our thoughts. Like the way we think also affects our breathing, and it can translate also in some tension in our body, right? Especially in our back, our head as well. And of course, when we go into the spiritual state as well, that's something that we won't be covering that much, but it also has to do, right? Because sometimes we feel a little bit lost. We feel that we don't know what to do next. So this is also where our breath can anchor us. And now as we go on, I invite you to place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. You can keep your eyes open if you want. And just start noticing how you are breathing. Now we really pay attention on the movement that is happening in your body. You just notice the speed of your breath. Are you breathing fast or slowly? Notice the depth without trying to change anything. Is your breath fast or slow, deep or shallow? Notice which channel you're using. Is it your nose or your mouth, or maybe both? And same for your hands now. Notice which hand is moving as you inhale and which hand is moving more as you exhale. So let's take 2 more breaths. And remove your hands. So what we did now, we also made a quick check, like a quick scan of how we are breathing. So quite often, and you will notice that as well, adults, so that's 90% of the adults, breathe using the chest or shoulders, right? Sometimes even our neck. So if you notice that it was your upper hand, so probably you're breathing dysfunctionally. But that doesn't mean that, that's not also like any judgment. That's how most people breathe, unless they're 5 years old or less, or unless they're dogs or cats. And the reason for that is that, as my teacher, Dr. Belisa, says, that adults are the worst mammals in the world because of our lifestyle, right? Most of us have sedentary lifestyles. We have so many things to worry about. And also, sometimes the environment, climate. But the good news is that we can change that, right? So for this, I invite you now. So I will stand so that you can see my middle body. So if you place your both fingers on that T shape, this is where our diaphragm starts, and diaphragm is our primary breathing muscle. And then if you walk along that rib cage, and then you go all the way back, so this is where our diaphragm attaches to the spine. This is our main breathing muscle. And when we inhale, our rib cage should be expanding. And when we exhale, it's flexing, right? So we're squeezing a little bit. Now, of course, if I tell you, let's breathe like that, you might feel like strange or even awkward. So for this, we are going to do one exercise now. And actually, why I really love it, so we call it exhale pulsations. If you've ever practiced pranayama, which is part of yoga, it's called Kapalabhati, so it's very similar. The way I like to call it is candles on the birthday cake. So because we're celebrating #Impact's birthday today, it would, it's very obvious, an obvious choice of an exercise, but also this exercise helps us with our exhales, right? So how it's going to happen, again, I'm going to stand. We will be taking one big inhale and then a series of short and quick exhales. So I will show it first. So one big inhale and then. So as you notice, what I'm doing here, I'm contracting my core, right? My abdominals. So this is where some of you might feel a little bit lightheaded. So just be aware of that and take it easy. Okay, so of course, if you are walking or driving, stop. Like you should be in a very, comfortable spot. So let's do 2 rounds. So for the first round, we'll just go slowly and easy for 10 times. And then the second round for as many times as you can. Just remember that once you feel the urge to inhale, that means that you should stop. Okay, so we're going to take one big inhale, expanding our ribs. And let's go. Exhale, 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 exhale. And release. Remember how we release with a sigh of relief. Inhale and exhale. So take your time. So what you might notice now is that you're feeling that a little bit high, right? A little bit, empty-headed. So especially for those of you who notice that there are so many thoughts, it might even feel like, what was I thinking about? So this is a perfect exercise, apart from obviously blowing the candles on the birthday cake. Whenever you feel stressed or overwhelmed or feeling these so-called strong emotions, right? And usually the worst advice that you can get is just calm down. No, we don't want to calm down. We need to get it out of our system because it's poison for us. If we keep this so-called negative emotions, what will happen is that we either explode at one point, and then the ones who would suffer would be our loved ones, or we keep suppressing, and then it might cause some illness or, some long-term effect. And that's something that we don't want to do, right? We want to be really nice and kind to ourselves. So let's go now for the second round. And this time, so if you identify that there was a certain thought or certain emotion, just imagine how you're getting it out of your system. Okay, so get ready. One big inhale. And let's go. 10 times. 8, 9, 10. Good. And release. Inhale and exhale. Good. And so sit down if you were standing, or just close your eyes. So we're going to finish off with a calming breathing technique, because this is quite a strong one. And the pattern here is to inhale for the count of 4 and exhale for the count of 6. So ideally do it through your nose, or you can exhale through the mouth if you feel like. Okay, so get ready. Take all the air out of your lungs. And let's go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. You can blow the candle also, but really softly, softly, softly. Inhale. Exhale. 5, 6. Inhale. And now if you can, try to increase the exhale by 8. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one more round. Inhale. Exhale. 5, 6, 7, 8. And release. Inhale. And exhale. So for the second exercise, you can, of course, keep practicing it, probably also as you keep listening to me. What you notice here is that the exhale is longer, right? So ideally, the exhale should be twice as long as the inhale. And when we do that, we actually get into what we call a parasympathetic state, right? So we have the sympathetic state, which is fight or flight or freeze, when we feel stressed or we feel scared. But then our body is designed in a way that we have to be in the relaxing state. We need to restore, rest, and digest. So with this exercise, this is a perfect way to get into that calming state where your body is doing all the work, right? Doing all the work that it needs to repair everything that needs to be repaired, and to have, clear mind, open heart, and ready to be what you want to be. So thank you so much for this short session. If you have any questions, of course, let me know, or you could probably type in the chat. And I'll give it back to Regina.
I'm in a different place, right? Like from before and now. Oh, thank you for doing this with us. Thank you for letting us experience this. Yeah.
No, thank you for thank you for the practice, and thank you for, just your trust, right? Because it's also quite sacred process. Time for our own self-care.
Yeah. And I think that is maybe something that, reflecting on that journey. And I want to, if anyone has any questions, right? If you want to share about your experience, I wanted to invite you to share your voice as well. Please give it to us. Give us your voice if you want to share your experience. If you want to put also something on the record. I really would love, as we are honoring this moment of this big milestone for the podcast, I think it's so nice, and I've seen this work for myself as well, to actually say it out loud, to then go back to the recording and hear ourselves in our own voice say like how this impacted us, or how something else happened in our life that was like a milestone that like impacted us. You see, I'm rambling because I feel like I'm in such a different state now. I would just like, Belinda, handing it over to you, because I'm like, I'm still in a zone. I'm in a zone. I can't even get back.
You're zen.
I'm zen. Yeah. Marlene also shares she's deeply relaxed.
I think it's really like a lot of people, and also before I met Eigil, I also really did not understand like the power of breathing and how it affects so much more in your body, and also how it can also de-stress you. So I think it's so powerful, like all these exercises. And one of my favorite exercises Eigil has not done yet. Eigil, do you want to get Regina back into power? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God, yes. We do it quite often,
power,
actually.
Please, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Give
we
her
do it
power.
quite often at the Do, right? So this one is also quite powerful. So actually, I would invite you to stand up for this one, because it's better to do it standing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so you can use your voice. Actually, it would be nice to use your voice. It's called ninja breathing, right? So we'll be like ninjas. And so how it goes. So when we inhale, we spread our arms again. So we pull them forward. And then exhale, flip, close them, and pull towards our ribs and say, ha.
Ha. Ha.
Yeah, so we do it for 10 times, right? Okay. So inhale forward and then exhale backwards with ha. 10 times. Let's do it all together. Ha.
Ha. Ha. Ha. Ha.
Ha. Ha. Ha. Ha. 8 and 9 and 10. Good. And sigh of relief, just to not fly away.
Oh, the ninja. Gosh, that was, yeah. Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm back in the zone and back in the podcasting zone now. Oh my, Eigil, that was amazing. What a way to honor 6 years of #Impact podcast. Yeah. And I think now that we've all gotten back in the ninja mood, should we maybe also use this power now to blow out a birthday candle for #Impact?
Yes.
So this is actually, so for all of you joining live, you amazing people, you now actually get to see the beautiful birthday cake. Is it? Can you see it? I did not bake this myself. It's called a Punschkrapferl. Yeah. Does any one of our community members here want to try to describe it? Anyone who wants to have their voice on #Impact podcast?
What's a Punschkrapfen?
What's a Punschkrapfen? Gosh, now you're testing me again. It's a very sweet treat. You can see because it's very pink. It has a pink sugar.
Marlene, do you want to help her, please? She's suffering.
And it's called Punschkrapfen because it's alcoholic.
Oh, wow.
That would be the most important point. Yes, please, Marlene, help me. I've lost my plot here since I've been in the breathing zone. Yes.
No, I'm sorry. I don't really know how to describe it any better, but I know it contains alcohol, so it's not only sweet, but it's also it's a treat in two ways.
Yeah.
And kids eat it. That's the fun part in Australia.
Yes. Do they? I would never give it to my kids.
What about Rumkugeln? You don't remember kids eating Rumkugeln?
I always spit out the alcoholic part because it's just, I didn't like it.
Oh my, yeah, no, it's something. I think you're not supposed to give it to kids, but they would eat it anyway. And it looks so inviting if you have this on the table. Kids,
that's
true.
And it has kind of like a biscuit dough inside, and it's
has
very
dark
tasty.
layers inside.
Regina, stop it, yeah.
Maybe you need to cut it open and show the
you
inside.
should take a big bite. Take a big bite.
Yeah. So first we're gonna help me blow the candle. Now that we learned the beautiful breath. Okay.
Are you gonna sing?
Everybody unmute yourself. Let's do really embarrassing singing. I really apologize to all the listeners.
We apologize to all the listeners. But we're actually going to do this. Feel free to unmute yourself to sing along if you dare. Okay, let's do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, now we blow.
Oh, wow. And now we blow with the beautiful birthday breath.
I make a wish.
Okay, I'll make a wish. Okay. Got the wish. Ready? Help me blow the candle. Oh.
I am like it, right? six times.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so now the big bite. You wanted to see it. So This is a treat. If you're not listening to the recording, you better make sure that you join our next live recording to see all of this, what's happening here right now. But you can imagine me now taking this big square that's huge and trying to get it in my mouth. So this is how it looks inside. Wow. It's very sweet. Oh my God. It hurts. Oh, do you know that when it's so sweet, it actually like hurts your teeth because it's like so sweet?
I want that.
I don't mind. I can
give it to us.
Yeah, I would love to share this with you now.
All I have is Mannerschnitten
that's
right
great
now. Yeah.
So and to top it off, of course, I mean, it cannot, right? Right.
I have my beer mug. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. And cheers to all of you. Cheers to all of you that are making an impact with what you do, not just with what you do, but with who you are and how you show up in the world to make a difference in your own ways. I'm so inspired by all of you that are showing up here today, but also all of you that are listening now, because I know that Hashtag Impact just has the best, most amazing community. And I'm so dedicated to making the next upcoming season 6 one that is even more engaging for you. So that's a big goal. Now, teaser for what's come for season 6. I want to get even closer to you, my beautiful Hashtag Impact community. Yeah. Are you ready for this? Hearts flying through the air.
This is not a threat. This is an announcement.
Yes. And actually, Belinda, we just wrapped up season 5 with our guest host based in Australia, Amanda. So you can already listen to the season 5 finale where we reflect on our longest season to date and how it's been going. And I would love to see more of you at upcoming live recordings as well. Could we all do that? Yeah.
And before we end, can we also give some kudos to Regina for really pulling through 6 long years, 5 seasons. It takes a lot of dedication and also energy to really keep on doing what you're doing and also believing in yourself. So you are an inspiration and a role model, I think, for all of us also, and also wanting to highlight these change makers, giving people a voice. So Thank you for doing what you're doing. And it's such a pleasure to support you in what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. I know that I will be re-listening to this a lot during those moments when I'm like, oh my God, how can I even find the energy to keep doing it? This is going to be my inspiration. Thank you for that. And thank you to our special guest, Aygul, for being here with us today.
It's such a delight. Yeah, it's such a delight. I mean, honestly.
I didn't know what to spotlight myself. I just wanted to unspotlight us so everyone we can all see each other.
Now I can actually see who is here. Oh my God, because of all the spotlights, I have like no idea. Oh my God, you're going to make me cry. Lula, oh my God. Oh, come tuning in. Oh my gosh, look at all you here. Manuel, look at you. Thank you so much for this. I almost feel like we should all I cannot let go, right? This is always what happens. Like, is it actually over? It's like, we still have 3 minutes, right? We said I scheduled like 1 hour, right? Could I just get all of your names? Could you all unmute yourself and I could hear you say where you are listening in from today, so that when I re-listen to this recording, I actually know where you were and who was here. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to do it. Whatever. You unmute yourself. Okay. Lula, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to call you out and then you just have to say where you are. Lula.
Physically, I'm in Oslo. Mentally, I'm a little bit all over the place, just walking around waiting to give birth. So this was exactly what I needed to mentally ground myself. And you're just amazing. Yeah, the ninja was what I needed. First to ground down and then get the energy back. And happy birthday to #Impact. It's just incredible to listen to the episodes. You motivate so much. Motivate me and all the listeners to do more good where we can.
Oh, thank you for being there. Manuel, you're next to Lula on my screen.
Yeah, Manuel, I'm in Tokyo here. Happy birthday as well. And I miss our Christmas cookie baking. I hope we can do that 1 year again together.
Me too. I do miss that. Joy, tell us where you are.
I'm in the street of Vienna now with a bit of sun.
Oh, you're actually outside now?
Yes, you guys inspired me to leave, to get out on the street.
Looking for Mick Jagger.
Joy,
yes.
You're my girl. I need to tell you, I will tell you some other secrets. I tell you some other secrets, but not right now. But I love that you actually went out in the sunshine. I'm going to do the same now. It's beautiful here today in Vienna. Yes. Marlene, you are up.
Yeah, I'm in Zurich. I have my lunch break.
Nice.
And I'm so happy to see you. Finally, we need to schedule a private meeting too.
We will do that. Don't worry. We're going to get our one-on-one. Yeah. Rika, where are you today?
Happy birthday, #Impact. I'm from the Philippines and I'm Regina's VA. So happy for you, and I'll be here to support you all the way. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Rika, for joining in. And who did we miss? Anna.
Hi, I'm also listening from Tokyo. It's almost 8:20 now. Turn out 9 p.m. here, so it's a great way to to wrap up today. And happy birthday.
Thank you. And now Net teacher, I don't know who you are. Maybe you can share your voice with us. Maybe Net teacher. Who are you? We have a surprise listener. It's probably my husband who doesn't wanna confirm he's listening right now. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Did I forget anyone? No, we had some more people here during the recording. I know everyone has their busy days to get back to now what I actually let you do now. Big hugs to all of you. I wish we could do that every week. This was amazing. Yeah, I wish it was #Impact birthday every week. Damn it. Thanks, you guys. I see you all soon. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being there.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
All the best.
Bye. I thought I'm gonna hang back a bit.
Peter is still here, aka my teacher. My teacher, I'm gonna remove you now unless you want to say something. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Was it one of you? Was that one of our?
No, I have no idea. It was like the first person who joined, actually. Yeah, I think it was the first. Yeah, in the waiting room, it was the first.
Yeah, it was the first person. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Celia at one point also joined.
Yeah, I saw some people come in and out, but it's what it is. It was like a full hour now as well. We actually took all the time. Yeah, but this was so nice. I hope you enjoyed it too.
Yeah, how do you feel? Yeah,
happy. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, that's the most important.
So how are you going to celebrate today? How many Punschkrapfen are you going to eat?
I don't even like Punschkrapfen so much, right? I wanted to get a Sachertorte, but they didn't have it, so I had to take this one. No. 6 years. I'm sighing. 6 years. What a journey. A sigh of relief, a sigh of gratefulness. And a special thanks, of course, goes to Belinda and Aigul and everyone who joined us on this beautiful day for this live celebration and live recording. It was so fun. We're going to be doing more of these live recordings going forward for sure. If you want to join one of these upcoming live events, then please subscribe to our news at hashtagimpact.com/subscribe. I'll put all the links in the show notes. Happy birthday, #Impact. Talk to you soon. Bye.